Hello, I am Jimena, and today I am going to talk about how wrong use of the number, person, and gender in English can lead the misunderstandings. When you use incorrectly, they can confuse the reader or listener and change the meaning of the message. Okay, it's important that to mention first, in English, it's very important, number and person. The gender is not more important because uh, some of them, or some of almost the majority of nouns are neutral, and it not defined that in Spanish like is la silla, la mesa, el carro, but in English it's not important that because only use the article that they or the card and don't specific the male or female the noun. Okay, and it's important that personal pronouns. Remember the personal pronouns for singular and remember the personal pronouns for plural. We, you, or they, and singular I, you, he, she, and it. Okay, about gender. It, it's understand that when a noun is classified with a man or woman. For example, masculine is Mateo, or obviously, and main names Mateo, Rick, or the animals that have a male and woman and female the things. For example, lion, feminine, like a girl's name, Romina, Mercy, Rosita, and the object like lioness, it's a specific woman of animal. And the neutral things, for example, musician, nurse, guardian, doctor, car, computer. And for these nouns, in English, it's very different for the Spanish and not specific that woman or male only use the article and to define this. In this example, the boy and girl both part of the movie. The void it's the article that can use for male, and for this reason are two people. And the popcorn was very good. The popcorn it's a neutral noun, and you can say that are woman or man, and for this reason is the popcorn. And you can use was, and we use was because it's a third person of the singular, and for this person the verb is in singular, or in the past is was. Okay. In the next example, the doctor is working with her or him partner. In this example, the reader don't say that the doctor is a woman or is a man, and for this reason don't understand and don't say that her partner or him partner. And it most common or it most appropriate that use their because it's a neutral and neutral possessive pronoun that index it's for both. Okay, the next it's about number. In the number, it's about singular and plural. When we talk about the singular, it's a third person of singular pronouns, he, she, and it, and it's important to use the verb to be is, and for other verbs For other verbs, in the end, it's important to add s or es. It's dependent of the verb. And in the plural, the first person of plural, the first person of plural, you, we are, they, and I. It's important to use are because it's for plural. And the other verbs, it's similar and defines verb, the base verb. Sorry. In this example, the dogs runs fast. In the sentences mention that the dogs, it's in plural, and for this reason, the verb is incorrect. You can use s or es in the end of the verb when we talk about a singular person, and because dogs, and for this reason is run fast, and this is the correct example. The dogs run fast. Next, Marta and I'm a student. It's correct that I am a student, but in this case, Marta and I'm are two persons in the subject, and for this reason, it's like traduce like we, and we need to use with are. Marta and I are students, are plural in the subject. The team are playing. The team are playing, it's confused because the team is traduced in Spanish like team of participants of players and a group of people, no? But in English is translate like the team, it's only one team, and this team it's practicing. For this reason, it's important to use practicing in singular. Remember this rule. If the subject is a collective noun and specific that it's a group of the rest, use a singular verb. And it's important that use. And it's important that remember and sometimes it can use in both cases. For example, the teams it's in plural and specifically most of them or one of most or most teams, and for this reasons are okay. In this example, Lara or Joa are writing a letter. In this example, it's incorrect are because Lara or Joa are two options that one of the options are in the subject, and for this reason of Lara or Joa is writing a letter. Okay, and we talk about, and when we talk about everyone, somebody can remember this rule. Everyone, somebody, someone, each of one, everybody, nobody, anybody, or each of one use a singular verb. And for this reason, in this example is everyone in the street where it's incorrect because everyone is totally like todos, but in English and everyone, it's important to use was with a singular verb. Everyone in the street was shocked with the accident. Okay, next. It's about person. It classified in 3 types of person. And the first person of singular is I'm, the plural is we, is we, and the second person of singular you, and the plural is you, and the third person is very different because in the plural is they, and in the singular have three times: he, she, and it. And with that I mentioned last strong. This subject this pronouns need to add s r e s in the end. And for a plural, we need to use with the verb to be are, and with the verbs the verbs in base form. In these examples, you of the singular, okay, you of the singular is the second person, and we need to use are. For the reason, you singular. Okay, you are reading the letter or a letter or a letter. In this part, the letter is when talk about the specific thing. It's about a letter of materials or a letter of love. It's specific, and a letter and don't specific, don't say, don't know about what type of letter. And for the reason, it's important to use a letter or the letter is not specific that woman or main only use the article de or a. In this example, you of the plural, second person, okay, you need to use are. You are playing and the or a video games. A video games is not possible because the noun is in plural, and a is used that it's used for singular nouns. For example, a count, table, a computer. But when we talk about in the plural, need to use the video games, the planes, the motorcycles. Okay, and the video games. For the reason you are playing the video games. In this example, it's most common that students confuse the possessive pronoun with the subject. Okay, and for example, my brothers and me. When you translate this in Spanish is later mis hermanos y yo, but in English it's not correct because my brothers and I, because I is the subject, is the pronoun. Remember, this part is the subject, personal subject. I am, and the object of possessive is me or mine. And for this reason, it's not correct in this part. Yeah, my brother is me because it's a possessive, and then you need to subject. My brother and I, and for this reason, it not is because we have two subjects, two subjects in the two persons in the subject, and are plural, are my brothers and I are preparing a party. And the most common, and for third person of the singular, he, she, it, always need to use is when we talk about the verb to be, and when we need to express with another verb, with another action verb, the verb needs to end in the s or es at the end. For example, he cooks. He cooks vegetables for the dinner. It's not possible to cook because cook is for plural. Plural work with verbs and don't need to add anything. Okay, that's all for today about gender, person, and number. And remember, it's very important in English to understand about person and number. Person, because when it's a plural, need to use verbs in base or not and anything at the end. And singular, it's important to add s or es depending the verb. And with about number, because you need to identifying it's a plural or singular noun. For plural, and use the verb in plural, or when you talk about the singular, is use a verb in singular. In general, it's not more important because in English don't say la la computadora, el carro, for example, and the most nouns are neutral, and it's important to use only they or am for specific for these nouns. Okay, that's all. Thank you.